Everybody, Tuesday morning, it is October 7th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael LaRosa Adelle Caballero here watching some lingering issues in Westchester County. And so before LaRosa here, we look at our weather for Tuesday.
Here we go. Still dry skies, but we're feeling a little bit more of that humidity. It's going to be another warm one as we look from Cadman Plaza, Brooklyn, and off to the west where that big bright moon is starting to set behind some of those patchy clouds. So one of the changes already that we can see there, some of the cloudiness. Nothing on the radar just yet. We're down to 56 in Poughkeepsie, 65 at Newark. Right now, Central Park at 66 degrees. Some of that humidity, low cloudiness, starting to see a little bit of reduced visibility from time to time. So keeping an eye on maybe some fog out there. You can see it through eastern Suffolk County, just to the west of Southampton. But yes, the filtered sunshine for early on. No need for the umbrella until later tonight. So 77 degrees through 1 o'clock, getting close to 80 today. Noticeably more cloud cover through the afternoon and evening. 74 degrees through 7 p.m. It'll be pretty muggy and breezy at that point as well. All right, 6:01 now. Let's get you out the door. Adele, what are you watching?
Still seeing some issues here in Westchester, New England Thruway, southbound exit 18A out to exit 17. Watch for some construction closing down a couple lanes. Stick to Route 1 or the Hutch instead. Then on the LIE westbound, lots of brake lights here as you make that approach into Queens Boulevard, and heading a little further along here into New Jersey, Route 1 and 9 northbound just past 78. You've got construction closing down a lane. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much. So now let's check in with Maria. She's looking at weather around the borough.
Yeah, so far so good. We check in on the Bronx. We've got 58 degrees there, 67 as we look at LaGuardia and Queens right now. Brooklyn at 66, Staten Island in the low 60s as well. Of course, we have the rain coming, but also the chill. It's our last day in the 80s for quite some time. We'll take a look at how chilly some of these mornings get this week as well in the 10-day forecast.
Thank you, Maria. Also ahead, exclusive video. Construction and delays in New Jersey, 22 westbound. You've got one lane closed off over by North Broad Street. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to let you know what else is going to slow down your commute. Here's a live look outside right now onto the Cross Bronx Expressway by the Bronx River Parkway. Westbound cars are heading away from you. You're watching Today in New York.
6:15, and Maria, something you talk about all the time with the rip currents being so strong. It's not something most people can see or tell.
Yeah, and you don't have the lifeguards. You don't have them kind of figuring out where some of these spots, these really problematic spots are. The water's still relatively warm, upper 60s near 70 degrees. Of course, the weather's been warm as well. But we see the conditions that kind of heighten the risk of those dangerous currents, the rough surf. And today we definitely have it. The southerly winds gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour. It's a warm and muggy wind for us for now, but we see that change quickly with the cold front sweeping on through tomorrow and into Thursday. Those brisk winds right out of the north. So we're wiping away the warmth, at least part of the weather scenario here the next few days. Out ahead of this cold front. This is the big game changer. It's bringing some much needed rainfall tonight into tomorrow. It does dry out very, very quickly. So as far as October weather goes, definitely lovely. Then we get to Sunday. We're going to have to watch how this system unfolds here. It looks like an area of low pressure, a coastal system trying to get going on the tail end of that front, bringing rain and wind from the southeast and mid-Atlantic and potentially for us too Sunday into Monday. So that'll be the next thing to watch as far as a rain maker. For the one that's coming late tonight and tomorrow, we're picking up as much as ½ an inch to an inch of rainfall. Again, this is just about area wide, so everyone's going to get a little bit of some of this rainfall. And yes, you may see some lightning. Here's some of that thunder with it too. So by 10 o'clock, which means start to finish for the most part today, it's dry skies, dry roadways. By late tonight, in through the morning commute tomorrow, we'll have some ponding on the roadways. Some of this rain may be heavy at times from the Hudson Valley through the city, Jersey Shore, Long Island, Connecticut, even through 7 a.m. Once we get past midday, not only drying out, but the skies start to clear, and we are going to be fairly chilly out there for the few mornings after. This morning, though, not chilly. 66 degrees. You have some of that moon coming on through. Dew points are high, so feeling a little sticky. You can see looking into Nassau County, getting a preview of some of the early sunshine. Up near 80 degrees this afternoon. You can still see the low 70s even after the sun goes down. So the rain's in and out pretty early tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, but cool by Thursday. There's our next round of rain Sunday into Monday. Notice we're in the 60s until the middle of next week, where I think we get a chance to pop up into the 70s again. All right, 6:17 now. Adele, how's it looking out there?
Not moving right now. In Bergen County, New Jersey here, Route 17 both ways completely shut down for a crash involving a motorcycle over by Orient Way. We will obviously be keeping a very close eye on this, and we'll keep you posted there. Heading a little further down, we've also got some construction closing down a lane on Route 22 westbound. This is causing heavy backups through the area between North Broad Street and Hillside Avenue. Stick to 27 instead. And here's a live look outside right now onto the Gowanus Expressway through Industry City. We've got some taps on the brakes here as you make that approach into the Brooklyn Bridge. Then again, heading over the Kosciuszko Bridge and the LIE heading westbound. Lots of brake lights as you make your way into Woodhaven Boulevard. Alternate side parking rules are suspended for today. Meter rules remain in effect. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you very much, Adelle.
6:30 a.m. on this Tuesday. It's October 7th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is looking at some train delays right now. Storm Team 4's Marie LaRosa is here with your Tuesday morning forecast. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Yeah, so far so good. Keeping an eye on the radar for later, but right now some reduced visibility. We've got a lot of low cloudiness, some pockets of fog out there, but yes, the radar is dry for now. 66 at Central Park and Massapequa, close to that in Islip. So it's a mild and muggy start to the day. We have 56 in Poughkeepsie. So otherwise, it's going to be another warm, kind of partly to mostly sunny day early on. 75 degrees by noontime, headed back close to 80 today. And again, that increased humidity. By this evening, most of the evening commute just fine. It's the late part night drive here into the overnight that we've got showers, even a few thunderstorms. That rain may be heavy at times and gusty winds. So we'll break that down more for you coming up because it's going to impact tomorrow morning's commute. But this one, Adelle, what's going on?
A lot of delays right now. That's what's going on. Your 123 LAEF and Staten Island Railway. You're going to need some extra time. You're also going to need some extra time heading around through Jersey. Route 17 is completely shut down right now, both ways by Orient Way. This is because of a serious crash involving a motorcycle. Stick to Route 3 instead. That's still looking pretty good for you. And if you are heading inbound at the Lincoln Tunnel, you've got about 20-minute delays. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you very much, Adelle. 6:31 now. Today marks 2 years since the Hamas terror attacks on Israel. And as we remember the hundreds of lives lost, the fight continues to bring the remaining hostages home. Today in New York's Tracy Strayhan's in our 38 on a Tuesday morning. Marie LaRosa with the school bus forecast.
Yeah, kind of easy going right now. We have a little bit of fog trying to get going in some of the neighborhoods, but it's going to be another warm and muggy afternoon. So it's recess outside. We'll have temperatures by then in the mid-70s, back close to 80 degrees. After school activities will be with dry skies. Not the case tonight and definitely not through tomorrow morning. So I'm going to break down the timing coming up in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Still ahead.
Heading into New Jersey, another crash here. Turnpike northbound Western Spur. You've got one lane closed off over by exit 15W for 280. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got an update on that closure on 17. Here's a live look outside right now onto the Harlem River Drive. Still delay free by the RFK Bridge. You're watching Today in New York.
What a beautiful view there of our early morning sunrise at 6:42 right now on this Tuesday. So after paying upfront for a yearly parking spot, a Manhattan man was promised a refund when construction shut down that lot for months.
But the refund was stuck in neutral until he asked Better Get Baccaro for help. Here's News 4 consumer reporter Linda Baccaro.
Maria, epic morning there.
Really pretty,
Isn't
right?
it beautiful?
Oh, I love Earth Cam. I love this view from Midtown. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll step out just to give you that full view. We have some of that low cloudiness, a little humidity, adding a little extra color to the sky with that sun coming on up. It's going to be partly to mostly sunny early on, and we'll talk about that rain on the way. 66 muggy degrees right now, and the winds are light. We do have some patchy fog, but today definitely still that summer feel, and that's not just with the high temperatures, but again, some of that humidity. 80 for the high today in the city and White Plains. We'll get into low 80s from Poughkeepsie. With that southerly wind, Islip, Eastport, and right along the Jersey Shore will stay in the 70s. But those showers coming along with the cold front, those should wrap up early, leaving behind, though, temperatures that are going to be stuck tomorrow in the upper 60s, low 70s at times for tomorrow morning. And then we really feel that cool, dry air moving in. These are high temperatures by Thursday and a brisk north wind 5 to 15. 61 degrees for the high, upper 50s through the Hudson Valley. That's definitely a big change. All right, let's talk about the rain, though. This is a good change. We definitely need it north and west through 10 o'clock. So morning commute, afternoon lunch, evening commute, you're in good shape. North and west, some of that rain may be heavy at times into the overnight. You've got from Poughkeepsie, White Plains, through central and south Jersey, the city, through the early morning hours. It could be a slow commute because of that. So up and down I-95, even through 7 a.m. So that may impact perhaps some early flights. And then it's all out of here, dry skies and clearing skies. So we get bright October sunshine sunshine by Thursday. As much as half an inch to an inch of rainfall across the area. Again, this is a nice soaking rainfall that is much needed and we'll definitely appreciate, but not our only chance in the next week and a half. I'll show you that in the 10-day. So as you plan today, partly to mostly cloudy, 72 degrees through 7 a.m. on our way up to 80 today. Again, low 70s even through this evening, and then steady temperatures into the overnight, mid and upper 60s before the humidity dries out and we get that sunshine and cool temperatures Thursday and into Friday. The weekend, though, by Sunday into Monday will be another system to watch. Could bring us some showers, some gustier winds, especially along the coast. So that's something for Sunday to Monday. Beyond that, our next chance to maybe pop up into the 70s again. All right, 646. Adele, how are things looking out there?
Not great right now in New Jersey. Bergen County, Route 17 northbound side remains shut down by Orient Way because of a serious accident. And now Orient Way northbound is also shut down heading into Route 17. So it's going to be definitely a bit of a tricky go heading through there. Route 3 is still open, though. Turnpike northbound Western Spur by exit 15W for 280. You have an accident here. One lane blocked off, but delays are heading all the way back to 78 already. Heading out to the Gowanus Expressway eastbound side is a slow go from the Verrazano heading out to the Brooklyn Bridge. And if you are making your way out to JFK Airport, you're going to need some extra time here. Bell Parkway westbound is a solid ride. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks so much.
Everyone, thank you for streaming with us. It's Tuesday, October 7th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero is watching our commuter alerts on this Tuesday morning. And so, of course, LaRosa here with today's forecast. Beautiful day yesterday again.
Yeah, it's going to be another kind of summery feel. We have even more humidity. That sun's going to hang on just a little bit longer before the clouds start to move in. It does make for a pretty sunrise. Looks peaceful and beautiful there at Point Pleasant Beach. And water temperatures, by the way, still upper 60s near 70. All right, so the cloud and radar picture, nothing on the radar right now. Not too far off in the distance, though. You have the front along with all of the showers, even a few thunderstorms. So it'll take a little bit of time after sunset is what we're talking about as far as the rain chances. You got that beautiful view of the sun for now via Earth Cam. So it is another summery feel kind of day by 2 o'clock. 79 degrees, close to 80 for the high today. Noticeably more clouds as the afternoon goes on. The evening drive is dry. Then you get to late tonight by 9, 10 o'clock. Showers coming through the city, maybe heavy at times into the overnight towards tomorrow morning's commute. So we'll break down the timing and the impacts there. A little bit more coming up. But right now we can say dry roads for the morning commute, but it's been slow for a lot of folks, Adele.
Yeah, it hasn't helped us out that much, unfortunately, here on Route 17. Northbound side is completely shut down by Orient Way. This is because of a crash involving a motorcycle. Orient Way itself, northbound, is also closed heading into Route 17. Route 3 is open, but major backups through the area here with delays trickling back past Route 21. You've also got delays on the westbound side as well. Heading out to the rails, Maine, Bergen, and Port Jervis lines with your New Jersey Transit. Expect to see possible delays there because of track work throughout this week. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much.
I have that new train smell.
That's right.
That's a good one. All right, we've got the chance for some showers and thunderstorms beginning later on tonight into tomorrow. It's not our only chance. Taking a look at how some weekend weather could interrupt some of your plans, and hopefully by then we're still playing some baseball. Let's check in with Gabi Acevedo at Yankee Stadium. We're
going to head up north for a bit here. 9G both ways completely shut down by Creek Road. It's been closed for most of the morning because of an accident. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got a few other closures that's going to impact your commute around town. Here's a live look outside now onto the Hamilton Bridge. You've got eastbound delays into Webster Avenue. You're watching Today New York.
All the moves he's got. He's ready.
He does it all.
He's ready.
Does it
I
all.
love it. Well, at 8:08, we will be watching some showers starting to move into the area, especially north and west. But as the game progresses, showers are going to be a little more likely. So we'll see how that impacts play. But yeah, as far as the rain timeline for today, from start to finish, almost, we are dry. But you can see by 9, 10 o'clock, especially through the city at that point, the showers start to move in, likely into the overnight. And yes, just in time for that morning commute before it starts to taper off by midday. This is much needed rainfall, but it's not the only chance at rainfall that we have the next few days. We have, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Nope, good. It's gone. All right, we got this area of low pressure by Sunday into Monday that'll start to bring back the chance for rainfall, but it's also going to come along with some windy conditions. So that's definitely the next time frame to watch for impactful weather. Now for us today, again, it's that summery feel. 80 degrees for the high. The humidity has come up a bit. That'll continue in a breezy southwest wind, but fine tuning that timing and the look of the rain coming. You see by 10 o'clock north and west. those showers, even a few thunderstorms possible. So don't be surprised that maybe your puppy dog hops into bed with you later on tonight. As you can see, again, heavy at times up and down the I-95 corridor for the sort of prime time commute tomorrow. So there may be some travel impact, not just on the roads, but perhaps the airports. And then by the afternoon, midday, some of that sunshine. Much needed rainfall adding up half an inch to maybe an inch or more. And this, again, spread out through the entire area. That's a good thing. All right, we're looking at some sunshine right now as we take a look at the Bronx and some of that fall color. Some hazy sun and then more clouds as the day goes on. We'll see 80 for the high, still in the low 70s late this evening, and steady temps pretty much from the mid and upper 60s through the day tomorrow. The winds pick up this time out of the north, and that drops our temperatures by Thursday. Highs just in the upper 50s, low 60s. Another chance at the 70s, but again, we have that wet and windy system here Sunday into Monday to get through first. Highs then in the 60s. All right, let's get an update on the slowdowns. Adele, good morning.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning to everyone streaming with us. Heading out the door right now in New Jersey, still dealing with this full closure on Route 17 northbound over by Orient Way because of an accident involving a motorcycle. Orient Way northbound is also shut down heading into Route 17. Route 3 is open, but you've got heavy delays both ways through the area there. And of course, as we have been mentioning, I think everyone knows by now, Yankees and the Blue Jays tonight. First pitch 8:08 p.m. You can bet you're going to see plenty of delays on your surrounding roadways. You've got your 4, B, or D trains, and of course Metro North. Best way to get there is mass transit. And if you are heading out to your rails, Maine, Bergen, and Port Jervis lines, you've got possible delays with alternate side parking rules suspended for today. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele,